Shalom Akim. We're going to start by saying all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Ha'adash, double honor to the apostle, Bishop, and the elder, millstone, and salutations to Akim pushing this word, and also saving honor to the whole full elect. Shalom. We just finished the Day of Atonement. Salakia. We just finished the Day of Atonement through the Spirit. Okay, the Lord was dealing with brothers, starting with the apostles and bishops and elders on down. We saw a lot of videos coming out. Brothers is basically going in tune, basically in tune with the Spirit, man. All right, to basically appease Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You get that first, Leviticus. And we go from there.
Leviticus chapter 25, chapter 23, verse 25. Verse 25. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement.
Right.
And it shall be a holy competition unto you, and ye shall afflict your soul, and offer and offers.
I'm gonna say we all rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Because we don't have the date down to the exact date, right? Because the calendars are all messed up. Okay, it's not the correct calendar. So we know that the year starts really in the springtime. All right, so from that point on, we could not really pinpoint, but we could at least get to where it should be at, because we're not perfect, but we are rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Even the day of atonement, man. Okay, because ultimately Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua atoned for our sins when he went up on the cross. Okay, but through faith we still keep the laws,
Okay.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Okay, this is Leviticus.
No, you did the definition.
Oh, the definition.
Yeah, because we're brother reading right now.
Yeah, kind of. So like,
So you could kind of a lot.
It says, also on the 10th day of the seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement. There shall be a holy convocation unto you.
Right, a holy convocation, right? And so convocation. We said earlier, it's basically a sacred day, or a holy day,
it's a good one.
Can you get the letter?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So read it again.
Also on the 10th day of the seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be a
But
holy.
you atone for your sins. The sins that we've been off throughout the year, we've been going off, and now this is the time to atone for our sins, right? It's time to we do fast, but then got a lot of heavy praying, okay, and just meditating on the scriptures and salvation, right?
27.
It says, there shall be a holy convocation
Mm-hmm.
unto you,
Mm-hmm.
and ye shall afflict your souls,
Mm-hmm.
and
we afflict our souls, man. That's why it's basically a dry fast. Some brothers had to go to work. It'd be good to get the day off if you could, but if you gotta go to work or whatever the case may be, you gotta deal with it. If we don't be righteous, if you gotta drink something or eat something, then do that. But like I said, we rehearse it. Right.
it says Ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made with fire unto the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall do no work in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
For this is a day of atonement.
Mm-hmm.
So we're supposed to work, but we're in our captivity. We're working
Come.
to make an atonement before the Lord your power.
Right. So that's right, man. Before Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shah. You see anything?
No, I'm seeing one.
Let me see. It's lock it. And you shall do work in this day. Also in the temple. So just say that. Atonement.
There's nothing coming up.
They ain't show nothing.
No.
Well, that's okay. Well, basically,
Mhm.
just give it a quick Google, see what Google say, you know. But basically, you just you know, you're making amends for the sins that you've done. All right.
So,
Hey, shalom to the Akim.
Shalom.
So while you get that, you got it, Kabashi.
And this is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 27. Who needeth not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice for his own sins, and then for the people's. For this he did once, when he offered up himself.
Let's go into Yahweh Shah. You know, Yahweh Shah sinned in his past life, right? But he didn't sin as Yahweh Shah. That's why he was that sacrifice without blemish. You know, because he did sin as King Solomon, all right? And he again Shah, a lot of reverse.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 26. For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who needed not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice for his own sins, and then for the people's. For he did this once, when he offered up himself.
There you go, because Yahshua was the ultimate sacrifice, man. You know, and that pretty much did away with the sacrificing of sins.
I got the word atonement, and it says this is from Oxford.
Yeah.
Reparation for wrong or injury.
There you go. Reparations for wrongs or injuries. And you get that? It says reverse the righteous acts.
I got you.
You know, because yeah, this is the time we are rehearsing. You know, but it's good because it's put us in the spirit we're supposed to be in.
Judges 5 and 11.
I got it.
Come, go ahead.
This is Judges 5 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
They that are delivered from the noise of the archers.
The noise of the archers is going into those nuclear missiles. That's how Mercy won't be destroyed, right?
All right. The noise of from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water.
In the places of drawing water, that's referring to captivity. Because when you drawing waters, it's basically you laboring. Right?
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Right, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. You know, and here we are rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay? And it's good, like I said earlier, it puts us in the spirit to do the works. Because here it is, the people in the world right now, because this is August, Then September they're gonna have Labor Day. You got if you go outside, especially if you live in New York, you go outside, you're gonna hear a lot of these. You're gonna hear Benjamin. You're gonna hear Levi. You know, and they gonna they're rehearsing, practicing for the damn Labor Day, man. To go out there to go out there and shake their ass and play music and get drunk. This is what they're rehearsing right now. But here it is, the men of the Lord separating ourselves from the world. We're rehearsing the righteous acts.
Rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. That's it.
So read that again, the last part.
All right. Even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel.
The villages in Israel, okay? So that's what this is talking about, Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and then the elect of you. Because 2/3 of our people are totally gone. Right?
All right. I got you. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates, which the gates is representing the leaders, the heads. Okay? In other words, you get the understanding. But it starts with the elect on this side. All right? The 144,000 and the rest of the 1/3. Okay? And it's being and the word is coming out. It's being brought out, man. Okay, what's that? Matthew 14:14, you know, what you got about you, Jack?
I got Leviticus 16.
What you got here?
So it's about the Day of Atonement.
Okay.
Leviticus chapter 16 and verse 29. And this shall be a statute forever unto you, that in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you shall afflict your souls and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you.
Mm-hmm.
For on that day the priests make an atonement for you to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord.
Right.
It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So it's basically you treat the Day of Atonement, you treat like a Sabbath. All right. Now if you go to Google and you type in sacred, they're gonna tell you a dedication to a religious purpose. It says which we don't deal with religious. Okay, we don't deal with our religions. That's man-made. This is not a religion. This is our heritage. All right. But I know I just saw they said something about a times of rejoicing. It is rejoicing, but they said more like they meant like you're going to a concert or something, you know. They basically dumbed it down. But that was on that. Yeah. You got it.
This is Matthew 14:14. And Yahushua went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick.
Could you get what it says in the last days the word about the 4 corners of the world, the prophets. Know something?
I think so.
Yeah. You got a lot? Okay. Because, the word, like the scripture said, we return to the gates. The people return to the gates. And the word is coming out, and the people are returning to the gates, because now you got Israelites throughout the 4 corners of the world coming out and bringing out the truth. All right. calling on the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right?
This one, man.
Revelation 7:1.
No, bring out.
I got you.
Bring it out.
This Isaiah 11:12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
And that's good. You know, it's not the exact one I wanted, but no, read it again.
All right, Isaiah 11:12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall.
And what's that sign? It was not to understand the scriptures. Starting our apostles. All right, going back to our biggest coming with the truth. Right? Yeah.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Now the outcasts is going into the elect, man. The outcasts of the world. You know, the word of God, they call it some weirdos. You know, which weird is different. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to call a weirdo. Scripture said we were fools for the Lord's sake. You know, so the Lord's assembling the elect. You know, starting with the 144, then you have, you know, man, women, child, friends, right? Helps. So we finish that off?
It's Isaiah 11:13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, because the northern kingdom and the southern kingdoms, you so-called Latinos or whatever, you know, Spanish-speaking tribes. Then you have Judah, mainly the Negroes, the West Indians and the Haitians, right? And it's basically conflict between the two. It's like it's called black. They call it black on brown crown, and so it's a conflict, you know, to where we don't trust one another. But now the Spirit's gonna have, it's gonna bring the unity back between the tribes by way of the word coming out, you know. And that's starting with the brothers in the camp, because now you see all types of brothers from all walks of life, and they come together in the camp, and they come in one unity, man. They speak in one word, you know. And that's gonna be the forefront, because really in the kingdom, that's how it's gonna be. It's not gonna be nobody gonna hate on one another, nobody trying to kill one another. It's gonna be peace and unity, love, right? Come on, you got it.
Philippians 2, verse 2. It says, fulfill the joy, like mind, the same love, one accord, and one mind.
You going to it?
You got it.
All right, read again.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2.
Right.
Fulfill ye my void, being like mind, having the same love, and being in one accord.
Yep, having the same love and being in one accord, right? Because Yahweh Shai was one accord with the Most High. Does that mean they were the same? They're the same person? It's the same entity? No, but they were in like manner. Okay, when you get with your wife, you know, you become one, as in what? Your wife is going to be in whatever time you want. All right, your wife is going to do what you tell her to do. You know, issues in order, of course, right? But our wives ain't in order on this side. Shit, we not in order on this side. But now that order is coming back, you know. So now we're gonna be one with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because we're gonna be in the same like manner. All right. If the Lord hates Edomites, guess what? We hate Edomites too. The Lord said, "Don't break the Lord's statutes and commandments." We're not gonna break the Lord's statutes and commandments. And this is all part of rehearsing righteous acts. All right. Matter of fact, get that in Ecclesiastes. You said the whole duty of men.
Oh yeah, kind of.
You know.
Oh yeah, last chapter.
Yep. It's more than that, none.
Where you go again?
Mm-hmm.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2. Fulfill ye my voice, being one, being like minded, having the same love, being of one accord and of one mind.
And we doing that, man. All right. And we show, and we have love in the brotherhood. Mainly, the real way of showing love, number one way, is by bringing this word out. Breaking this word down. Right.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of men.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, that's the conclusion of the matter. Is the fear the Most High and keep His commandments. And how do we fear the Most High? By basically rehearsing the righteous acts, and not committing sin. That's how we show fear, and that's our purpose in life. And we was called out. The Most High, the Lord had us where we got to go out and do His work, His word. All right, but the whole duty of man is to keep the commandments. That's the whole meaning of life. People want to search. Well, I gotta see what's my purpose in this world. Our purpose is to keep the commandments.
Yeah, because they don't know. They don't know. And if they don't know it, it ain't for them. Go ahead, man.
Hebrews 12, verse 6. For whom the Most High love, He chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom He receiveth.
Right, man. We being chastised right now. All right, and we understand through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we understand the chastisement, because you got some guys, some Israelites, they just so lost, they don't understand why they're in captivity. They don't understand why they're on the bottom. You know, last high, first fire, but the spirit opened our eyes to understand. When you understand, you really have a level of comfort, you know, because you understand at least, this is only for a time.
I was laughing. Not you. I was laughing. I used to tell my family members and stuff. I used to be like, "Yo, man, I got a hex on me in the world."
Yeah.
Because growing up, I'm like, "Yo, there's a cloud following me." And then when the Lord woke me up through the apostles and the brothers, and then I'm like, and then Deuteronomy 28 chapter, it all clicked and made sense. I'm like, I understand now. You know.
Yeah. If you catching hell, right?
Yeah.
Anything, you doing anything for a duration, but you don't know how long you gotta do it for. Like say you training and somebody's telling you to run and you don't know how long you gotta run, you just gotta keep running. That messes with your mind. So here it is, Jake in captivity, and they don't know how long they're gonna be in captivity. They don't know the signs, they don't understand or they don't want to understand. So now it's a mind game, and basically it's gonna make you susceptible to going off. But here it is, we know this is for duration. So we basically be patient. Be patient through this thing. You got it, all right.
Hebrews 12, verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High deal with you as with sons. For what son whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastening, who whatsoever all partakers.
Yeah, because if you have a son and your son's going off, you gotta beat him. All right. Don't supposed to spare the rod.
Then you are bastards and not sons. That's it.
There you go. Justin?
Yeah. James chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Yeah, that's right, man. So every day we get tested. You know, you might have some you might have something come upon you that's heavy, and you might not know how to deal with it. All right, but at the same time, you still gotta maintain your patience. Okay, scripture say, "Make not patient in the time of trouble." So you gotta maintain your patience and see how you could, pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and see how may Lord put the spirit on you to deal with the situation in the right way. And what it is you learn from it. And not only you learn from it, but you become stronger in the spirit. You have more faith in the spirit. This is that's it? No more? Alright.
But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
That's right. So perfection takes time. This is all Matthew 24:14. This is actually what I was quoting for earlier. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world." You got it.
No, you got it.
All right. And this,
I'll read that. Okay.
all right, I read it. It says, and this is Matthew 24:14. "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations."
Yeah, the gospel, this good news, is going to be preached throughout the whole world. That's this time. All right. That's during this time. Now you got the unicorn, the internet, camps throughout the earth. So everyone's Yahweh Shai's name is being promoted and preached. That's during this time, the whole world.
It says, "For a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
Then shall the end come. So we nearing the end. We nearing the end, because the seals was open. Yahweh Shai opened the seals, and the apostles, the bishops on down, been breaking down the scriptures. All right.
Yeah.
So now the end is near.
Yeah.
So it can't. This place can't go on. But Esau's at the height of his technology and stuff, man. He can't go any higher than that.
Yeah. That's why that's why I said it's the witness unto all nations. Because all nations can't be saved. That's impossible. The Lord didn't come for all nations. We brought that out earlier. The Lord's only dealing with Israel. But it's a witness unto all nations, because what you got Israel that's scattered abroad. We've been scattered amongst all these different nations, man. We look like heathens, but you have the elect amongst them. Okay, so that's why when the scripture about the Lord coming in His glory, His chariots are going to go out the four corners of the world, right? Delivering the elect, man. You got it.
You mentioned something about when you test it and things like this.
Yeah.
Before that,
Yeah.
and then scriptures before that, you was talking about we in agreement. We got like Yahweh Shai is in agreement with Yahweh.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
this is more recent. 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai.
The Day of Atonement, man.
Yeah.
That's saying to endure. All right, because when that famine comes, man, a lot of our people don't know what the hell a dry fast is. All right, Jake don't just go a day without drinking water and see what happens, or a day without eating and see what happens. Jake gotta eat every 2 hours. Jake gotta eat every 5 hours. All right, because really the food you eating is really bullshit. Okay, there's no minerals inside of it. So when you eat it, you just eat it and you digest it, and there's no minerals to keep you full, like fiber. So what happens is your brain tells you you're hungry, because it's nothing, no minerals, no energy going towards your brain, no energy going towards your muscles. So you're just eating in vain.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, if I'm saying it wrong, but there's another way they said it. It was a trade commission called Codex Alimentarius, and a lot of their videos is not up there no more. With basically, they had the backing of the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, to they said that they got a legal team behind them that say that nutrients and stuff in food it's not really good. So basically they snatched all the nutrients out of food. You know, it was basically population reduction. And the lady name was Dr. Lima or something. When I get the video again, I'll post it up in the chat. But you know, and my notes are put up for this years ago, like 2000, early 2000. We mentioned that, but yeah, but the Codex Alimentarius, their whole thing was to make this food with like no real substance, and they got the backing, and they said all the major countries supposed to be fall in Codex compliance. All right, but my memory's not that good, but oh yeah, I got another scripture.
Yep.
Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
There you got it.
So we gotta preach the same thing and be in the same under the same order. We can't if I'm saying that the mark is not the chip, then I gotta get knocked off the board. You know what I mean? Removed. Cause you know what I mean? We gotta all speak the same thing.
That's right.
And conduct ourselves the same.
That's right.
James chapter 2, verse 17. So faith without works is dead and be alone.
Yeah, faith without works is dead. So you can have faith, you can see, believe all you want, but you gotta show it. Now actions speak louder than words. You know this for sure. All right, so you gotta show it, man. Right?
Even so, who has faith is not works is dead, be alone. Says, as many say as that has faith or I have works, and show me faith without works.
Right now, a group of works is walking out to the house and byways, doing the word, doing these sit downs, all right, researching, praying, fasting, rehearsing righteous acts. Now, today was a show of a test of faith, because it is, you could be at work and at lunch you could have you a sandwich, and then the brother could ask you, did you rehearse the Day of Atonement? And you could say, come, brother, come. It was a tough one, but I did it. And here it is, you had you a damn sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Some club soda.
Yeah, the Lord knows. You know what I mean? The Lord knows.
Yeah, the Lord know, man.
And then it's going to show. You know what I mean? You could look at a brother and you could see that, you know, he feeling it or whatever. He just looked different. You know what I mean?
Like, hey, brother, your breath kind of smell like pizza.
This is crazy.
You know what I mean? Come on. More?
I'll read forward again. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I love works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by my works.
Right. We show them faith by works. All right. And there was a lot of brothers, just lessons today, man. Back Rich and GMS, the apostles are hard, and the rest of all the apostles already laid down the law. Through the Spirit. This is a camp of action. So the word always goes out. But now today, brothers had the Spirit on them because it was going through affliction. But we going through affliction now. So in time of Jacob's trouble, we won't go through those afflictions. All right, we be delivered out of those afflictions. That's why we sacrificing ourselves now, man. Because who's gonna deliver us? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. What you got?
What you got?
Hosea, let's talk about the word we brought out now. Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
So where did they get the overshot?
Hosea chapter 1 verse 10.
A little lot of overshot.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Which, that's true. All right, that's true. You know, because when Israel, when we catch hell, a stretch lever is 6. All right, so we do have, you know, and the Lord, of course, with the Spirit preserved us, because Esau will seek to destroy us, but now we high in numbers. We scattered abroad, right?
Which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Right.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
That's right, because it is mainly in America. They push that you know, they push that vibration that the Edomites or the so-called white man are the real Jews, which that's a lie. They basically try to steal our nationality and our heritage, but now it's being brought out that the real Jews are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you have these well-known rappers and ball players coming out and saying, yeah, we the Israelites. All right, and now that's going to have more Jake understanding they're Israelites too. Does that mean that you're going to be saved because you know you're Israelite? No, it don't mean that. But it's coming. The word is coming out that the men out there in the highways and byways, all right, start with the apostle, the G and messenger, and the brothers that's teaching in like manner, was right from the jump. Okay.
There's more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head.
That one has our shot, right?
And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
That's right, man. That's going to the destruction. Okay. And we coming up by way of those chariots. That was it.
I got Isaiah 25 and 7. Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, so we're going with it? Oh.
Okay, you want me? And he will destroy in this mountain Esau's rulership. The elites of mountains and these governments are mountains. All right, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Yeah, because all the nations they didn't know who they were. They don't know who they were. So the men of the Lord, some with the apostles, the bishops, on down throughout the earth, but letting every nation know who they are, letting the nation of Israel and the tribes know who they are, and these heathen nations, some with the so-called white man, letting them know who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the veil is being removed, because Esau changed the names of the lands and the people. All right. So and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And you see, I know I'm blabbering, but you see that when these celebrities come out, because they watch the men of the Lord, when they say who they are, it's hate.
Yeah.
You can't even say who you are.
It's anti.
Yeah, that's preaching hate.
Yeah, anti-Semitism. They call it. What they call it? Anti-Semitism.
Yeah, anti-Semitic, anti-Semitism. We're supposed to be shin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, shun. Yeah.
But hey,
That's
you
because
got the world right now.
Esau call it Semitic because he can't get it, man. He don't got it. All right, he don't got the truth. It's shun, right? Which in the Hebrew that means name. All right, so we wrap it up. Anything?
Yeah.
What you got?
Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. Talks about this, brother. And the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy saints the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name.
So read it again.
Oh, okay, read it again. Okay.
Read that again.
All right, I got it.
Take your time.
So,
Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry.
the nations are angry. Who are they angry with? They angry with the so-called white man and his rulership. Why are they angry? Their people have been polluted. Their land due to Esau's philosophies, his theft, polluting his people's mind, bringing his so-called democracy and his freedom over there to have their people commit whoredoms, because that's what it promotes. Capitalism, the theft, them losing their resources, them getting bombed, them becoming in debt, them being made poor. How a nation's mineral resources become third world countries or poor? Why is so-called white man with his campaigning?
Shit's wicked.
All right, campaign. That's what they used to call on Roman Empire. They come and take over shit. Go ahead.
And thy wrath is come.
And that wrath is coming. Your wrath is coming. That's gonna lead to thermonuclear destruction. You being incinerated by the Lord when the Lord is standing on the main chariot along with the angels and the other chariots, just incinerating this country, this damn continent. I mean, the 50 states and neighboring islands around it too.
And the time of the dead.
The time of the dead. These nations, the Lord is waking them back up in their warlike faction. That's why they putting all their resources into their military. They're becoming strong like they once were, to just basically to war with each other, but to bring down the so-called white man. But the Lord is going to return in the midst of that.
That they should be judged.
They're going to be judged. And that this third world's war, the Lord going to interrupt that when he returns. That's their judgment is going to be them being incinerated by the Lord through them lasers and thermonuclear destruction.
And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
Yeah, the elect, strong, the elect of the nation of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect, the governing body of them, going to receive the reward and be crowned by Yahweh Shai. Because they got the victory over this place. Because the elect is not going to follow the image, Esau's New World Order, and get that mark. Some are going to be put to death, and some aren't. But the elect is preserved and is not going to bow to Esau.
And to the saints and to them that fear thy name.
The saints fear the Lord's name and promote the name, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh. The names are promoted, and we're not ashamed of those names. We're not ashamed. We don't care who hears us, who sees us.
Small and great.
Small and great. Those are small and those are great.
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And destroy them that destroy the earth. Who's destroying the earth? The so-called white man. Because he had temporary rule over the earth. So he could have had it where it was free energy system. Free energy to where the lands is not being promoted. The lands are not being polluted by fossil fuels, by free energy that Tesla set up, or polluting people's minds through witchcraft and philosophies. He know what the truth is. I'm
It's
sorry.
like, okay, I don't know what you're saying. They know they can use water to make these cars work.
Yeah.
But instead they want to use gasoline
Mhm.
and pollute the air.
Because I heard if you spin water real fast, it creates electricity. I don't know. That was a long time ago, but I know I'm not bugging. It's spinning in something and it creates
Nah, you're not bugging
electricity.
'cause
I thought I was crazy.
They,
I learned that when I
I
was
don't
young.
know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
I learned that when I was
You're not
young.
bugging because they use, some people use, these nations, they use water to make light. I don't know how they do it.
All right, so I'm not crazy. I thought I was. And they pollute the world, man. Look, they drilling for oil and ice caps that can't be cleaned up. You know, the sea creatures are coming out of the water. You know, and damn sharks is real close in the salt water in Rockaway. You know, the cause of they was constantly being attacked or drowning out there. That's why there's more lifeguards out there. Back to the subject, they destroying the world, man. Esau destroys the earth. He sends his trash out there going in outer space, polluting, and going out through the sea of glass. And that's helps protect us from the sun, man. Other things, man. It's good.
Global warming,
Yeah.
you know. Nuclear missiles being shot on the ground, unloaded waters, in the air, polluting the earth, like Brother Moses. And the list goes on. These wildfires, the list goes on what you saw. But, that was basically the point.
Yeah. So, and the earth is alive. The earth has a spirit.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You see an aura, the area you view the earth with that glow, that aura. Earth has a spirit.
Yep.
And he's draining, once again, he's draining the earth of its arteries, keep on drawing up oil and the river waters and selling it.
Mm-hmm.
Creating mudslides.
Destroying the tectonic plates.
Yeah. So he gotta go. He has to go. The earth will bother forever. And these days are shortened because of the elect. So he gotta be removed. That's it.
So with that, Lord is edifying. We want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Ba'adash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, and millstone. And salutations. I keep pushing this word. You want to say, Asher, hope for the elect. Shalom.
So
Yokabashi is clear now.
Oh.